Now we're going to talk about how to write an equation to represent a graph and what information we can get from an equation. So here is a graph. This graph is representing the number of hours that you work and the number of dollars that you earn. Now, it's a pretty basic graph. Looking at this, we can tell it's proportional because it's a straight line. And if we would connect this down through here, it would go through the origin. And it would make sense to say that for 0 hours, it's $0. So this graph is proportional. Now, if we wanted to create an equation to represent this, if looking at this, I can tell that for every hour, I'm earning $10. It's another hour, it's another $10. Another hour, another $10. Now, not all graphs are that obvious to tell what they're going up by. You can always divide. If I didn't have these dots here and my first one was at 30 and 3, we would do 3 hours and $30. $30 divided by 3 is $10 an hour. But mine makes it pretty obvious that that's what we're going up by. So if I wanted to know how much money I would make in 10 hours of working, let's pick 9. 9 hours of working, I would take my $10 per hour, multiply it by 9 hours. That would be $90. So in a sense, what we're doing, our cost, we're going to use C, the amount of money maybe not cost. Let's do dollars earned. We'll do D. The amount of dollars we earn equals $10 per hour times the number of hours that you work. In that case, we did 10 times 9. So the equation is what you're doing if you were to continue on in this graph. So you would create equation. Now we know another way to write this is D equals 10H, and we don't have to put that there. Okay? Sometimes you're not going to see these variables. You'll just see X and Y. So how do we get the Y number? On the Y-axis, this was our cost. So instead we're going to say Y equals 10X. Hours was our X. Okay? We didn't have H. But now we could just say X because that's on the X-axis. So again, this is an equation to represent our graph. The only number in an equation is the one that's telling you your unit rate, or again, that fancy word, your constant of proportionality. Graphs can also have constant of proportionalities or unit rates. So if I were to just give you an equation, get my board here. If I were to just give you an equation that says Y equals 1.50x, you could tell that for every candy bar you bought, X, it was $1.50 for candy bar. So if we bought 2 candy bars, $1.50 times 2 would be $3. That would be our Y. That's how far up our cost would go. Okay? So these are equations. So this number is telling you your constant of proportionality, your unit rate, how much for one of something. So that is an equation when we're talking about graphs.